Peace, 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 peace. What's good? Now, I was initially at the park. I should say more at the garden. But one of my good brothers is about to meet me here at home. So, came back. So while I'm waiting, figured I could do it live. That's initially what I was going to do at the Kubota Gardens. Peace, peace. So, seeing that we have some things out here, just going to chill out, enjoy nature. It's nature's all around us. Yeah, I'll be able to see them from here. Actually, pardon me, yeah, I'm just getting myself set up so I can see Brother Titus when he get here. All right. Oh, sugar. That went down with me. That's fine. Soil's a little bit soft on these parts. Let me see. Maybe I could sit on that branch. All this to try to find a good sitting spot. You know what? I found it. I found it. There we go. A lot of sunlight. Try not to deal with too much sunlight. Depending on the angle. Alright. This angle will suffice. Alright, what's good, y'all? Nothing too crazy. Just hanging out. Just hanging out. So back to the basics. I don't know if y'all realize, man, but you know, when I nationalized a couple years back, I did it through RV Bay Publications. So a lot of my groundwork and foundation, I literally spent like a year, on RV Bay Publications studying the information. It was right there, you know what I'm saying? Public information. So I ain't seen nobody else talking about this type of information or showing some type of avenue to access it. So, you know, once I saw the opportunity, I took advantage. So, and this is where I'm at today, right? A couple years later. So, got a few joints here. Let me see if I can flip the cam. There are three issues at law to consider: status, jurisdiction, venue, and adjudication. All right. Status is a measure of your legal rank and standing in society. This involves your capacities and incapacities to exercise and enjoy freedoms and liberties, etc. Therefore, law, venue, and jurisdiction are always the primal issues to address. Question the authority of those who bring you into a location or court. Jurisdiction must be proven for the record and established before adjudication, which is action and judgment. Status must be in full life. All right. So this is one of the brochures I got. Oh, I should say those study pamphlets. And you know, it breaks down. If anyone ever wonder exactly, you know, what did I do to get myself right? I was studying. Still am studying to the point now where, you know, I go over the things that I done studied a few years back just to get a good refresher. Peace, peace. See what I'm saying? And y'all should definitely be aware that I am a Libra. So, you know, it's kind of funny to me how I'm so in love with law, and the symbolism behind that would be my eye, or the scales, right? Scales of balance, of justice. So I always find that interesting to look at. Let me see, and this is how you understand, or this is at least how I look at it in my mind, between a positive status and a negative status. A positive status being that of someone who's a national, someone who has allegiance to their religious creed and culture and customs, who hasn't been whitewashed. You know what I'm saying? So these are the different things you got to look in perspective when it comes to certain things dealing with the court. Positive wise, you want to always do a special appearance, never a regular appearance. All right. And a special appearance can be done on affidavit form, because you got to remember, if y'all actually read the judicial proclamation and name correction, which I've read numerous of times, that I first initially filed on the record out here in Washington State, which I received from RV Bay Publications, then you'll understand exactly that status is everything. And by putting it on the record, you know what I'm saying, I secure myself in a positive way. Now, being that also, if you read your own documentation and what you file, if you filed through RV Bay and you've read the name correction judicial declaration, you would see that it states that you don't have no obligations to show up any colorable courts. So anytime you do go into court, it's voluntary based on what you put on the filing. But this is why you got to read what you file on the record, so you know what you put it on the record. Improper person, pro se. In full life, civil little mortuus. You got a consul, you got a counsel, which is an attorney, consul. Natural person, artificial corporate person. You got sui juris, you got minority. You got allodial, you got feudal. You got free white person, which is an alien, aka non-citizen national, versus colored. Okay? If a positive legal status is not the standing of the natural person before a court, or if it is waived or abandoned, one may be classified civil little mortuus. And how do you abandon your status in a court? When you come in and say, hey, Reginald Jules, that is I'm Reginald Jules. You just abandon, because you gave the court jurisdiction. So you just abandon your right. Not to mention, you come in Jules, which is not your ancestral name. So by default, you're still a prisoner of war under their jurisdiction as a ward of the state. All right. So that's how you abandon or waive your rights. And when you do that, you're classified as civil little mortuus, which means you're civilly dead in the eyes of the law. There are no laws with civilization that apply to you. You're a thing. Whenever one is called before or enters a court, and one is presented in a pro se status and not as a natural person, in propria persona, one is considered as being in a negative status. This is why we don't do pro se, y'all. Always a propria persona. If one hires a lawyer or an attorney of the bar association to represent you, then you have surrendered. Pick this back up. Then you have surrendered your birthrights to that officer of the court. Jurisdiction is then assumed, and the officers of the court go straight to adjudicating against you, with sanctions, fines, and jail time, or both. Lawyers and attorneys are officers of the court, and this relationship of pretended fairness constitute a conflict of interest, because they both work for the same dude that's suing you, or the same corporation that's suing you. So it is a conflict of interest. All right. It is a conflict of interest. So this is why we never do pro se, y'all. It's always in propria persona. Everything on the record is always, always, always in propria persona. And we do not have to be compelled to show up into their colorable courts. However, you do have to show that you are competent and not ignore or show ignorance, and respond to that thing in writing in the form of an affidavit, registered mail. You see what I'm saying? But you got to do that. No one can do that for you. You have to do that. Represent Represent means to appear in the character of, to exhibit and to expose before the eyes. To represent a person is to supply his place, to act as his substitute, to depict, to mock, to imitate, to act in the character of. So that's what happens when you hire an attorney or lawyer. All right, you're hiring someone to act like you, but they're not you. And the person you're hiring to act like you has an obligation to the court that's trying to rob you of your finances. So it's definitely a conflict of interest. Okay? It's purely black and white, y'all. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Thank you, RV Bay Publications. Y'all better respect RV Bay, man. Stop playing. RV Bay woke up a lot of people, including me, yo. A lot of people. No one forced them to put this information out, so I thank them. Because before I came across this information, there was no one else putting out this more science like this, or at least talking about someone called Prophet True Ali. I didn't even hear, dude, I don't think y'all understand. Like, I mean, y'all do understand. There was nothing about this man, okay, that came across my my path, you know what I'm saying, before I came across Brother Taj Tariq Bey's videos. So it's nothing about following, dick riding or following a master teacher. Yo, everyone got their information passed down from somewhere. Everyone got information from somewhere. Everybody got information from somewhere and someone. So I'm not ashamed to say that's Taj Tariq Bey is the man who opened my eyes. You know what I'm saying? That made me realize I'm home and that I was out to lunch for the first 25 years of mine. It's cool. I appreciate him for that. And I've never met him physically. But you know what? He made a major impact in my life. So he don't need me to physically say thank you. I'm just woke and I'm doing the work and I'm being active. And that's how we all supposed to say thank you. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, F everyone else who bashes, Moors like that. Because even according to the divine bylaws and constitutions, as Moors, we're not supposed to be downgrading or belittling or talking ill about each other, no matter how each other's conducting themselves or what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's in the direction of the Prophet, regardless of whether we agree or not, we're not supposed to be bashing each other publicly. Maybe we can, if we got ill wills or we got feelings, we can get them things out privately amongst each other as grown men and women, but we ain't supposed to be online bashing each other like that. Moors going after Moors. I can understand other groups going after, Moors, Hebrew Israelites, Kemet, Pan-African. I could understand all those things, but it never makes sense to me to see other Moors bang on other Moors. No need. Leave those other Moors alone. All right? Because once again, it's a black and white thing, y'all. There's nothing you need to convince no one, nothing you need to speak ill will against. You just need to do what you need to do. So if you trying to get yourself on a positive way, then you need to do the opposite of those things that are negative. It's that simple. Point blank, period. There's no emotions or anything about that. And once again, that's why Moors shouldn't be banging on Moors, because all Moors should be active. If we're really active, then we'd be too busy to be banging on each other. So that just shows that we got time on our hands to be banging on each other on YouTube. We got a lot of time. I'm going to continue right here. These legal words, terms, and phrases as noted beneath the scales are of extreme importance as they pertain to and affect the first judicial issue at law, your status. One who is in one's own proper person, not pro se, okay, impropria persona, would never utilize, accept, operate, or allow anyone to designate or to refer to them in any of the many colored or improper legal terms as listed under status negative. Let's go back to negative. So that means if you're in your right state of mind, you would never allow anyone in any proceedings to put you under these classifications right here. Oh, you're making an appearance? Are you here as pro se? Civil little mortus? Are you a person? Are you a minor? Are you minority? Do you own your shit, or is it owned by someone else? Feudal. Are you real or are you artificial? Colored. You black or white, or you have a nationality? You a human being? Who's your mama? What's the name of your mother nation? Where you come from? That's what that is. We will review each of these legal terms with you, but you are encouraged to take the time to look them up and to define them etymologically during your academic studies and on your own time. We suggest... Oh, the conference calls will be on this Friday. Apologies to everyone for the last conference calls last Friday. I did come on at 5:20. I came on a bit late, and I was on for about 40 minutes, and there was no one on. So I apologize for that. I was running behind, and fortunately, I didn't have anyone who could step in and just get it started for me. So I did my best, but once again, that's no excuse. So that was just a learning lesson for me. But yes, conference call will be on Friday as a regularly scheduled, 5 p.m., 7 p.m., and 9 p.m. All right. And let me see. Looks like my brother T just got here. Brother Titus just got here, yeah. So we about to get in here and start building on trust. Well, fam, appreciate y'all chilling out with me. Yeah, definitely, man. We'll see. Maybe I'll do it if I have time. I'll do another live tonight, a little bit more in depth. Have my captain seat at my computer. But other than that, man, enjoy y'all day. Enjoy our man Ryle here. Love y'all. Peace. Keep studying. And I will be going through some more of these basics. All right. So that's definitely, if I have time to get back on tonight, that's definitely what we'll be continuing on, the basics. All right. All right, fam. Love and light. Peace.